Okay, welcome back to session 2. Now in session 2, we're going to be covering up Writing Bright 1. Please open your Writing Bright 1 to page 35 so we can get the class started. Okay, so for session 2, we're going to go a little bit fast because it's just mainly about building paragraphs and completing blanks with present progressive. Okay? Alright, but before we go to the completing part, let's do a quick lesson review on what we've done last week with Writing Bright 1. So with Writing Bright 1 last week, we did writing sentences with a subject. Okay, so that was a title. But instead, we were doing science as well. So in our science class, we did about our solar system. Now, do you guys remember how many planets are there in our solar system? There are 8, okay? Technically 9, but only 8. 9 including the Pluto planet. And Pluto is not considered as a planet, okay? But it's still in the solar system. Because Pluto, no one have ever been to Pluto yet. All scientists haven't been to Pluto yet. But, so our solar system consists of Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto. But technically, there are only 8 in our solar system. Only 8 planets in our solar system. Okay, and we also did the definition of the solar system as well. Now, the solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit. Remember what the word orbit means? Remember the word orbits? So orbits mean to go around, okay? Go or turn around. Okay, orbited either directly or indirectly. Of the object that orbit the sun directly, the largest are the 8 planets. Yeah, so the 8 planets excluding the Pluto. With the remainder, what does remainder means? That are left, okay? Being smaller objects are the dwarf planets and the small solar system bound bodies. Okay, so the dwarf, what is dwarf? Dwarf means, yeah, remember, small or midget. Okay, small or midget. So let's read one more time. The solar system is the gravitationally bound system of the sun and the objects that orbit it either directly or indirectly. Of the objects that orbit the sun directly, the largest are the 8 planets, with the remainder being smaller objects, the dwarfs, planets, and small solar system bodies. Okay, so that's what we've done last week in our science class. Well, in Writing Bright 1, but part of it was about science. Okay, so I hope that you already remembered how many planets there are in our solar system, right? And how many days does it take to orbit around the sun? 20, 24. So how many hours are there in a day? 24 hours a day, right? So we have night and day, right? Okay. So, and also notice that when in Cambodia is daytime, in Europe mostly nighttime. When in Europe are night, Cambodia are daytime, right? You remember all that as well. How many days are there in a year? There are 365 days in a year, right? So every year, it takes 365 days for the Earth to orbit the sun, correct? Good. Now for today's class, we are continuing with Unit 3, Present Progressive. Building paragraph. Please open your book to page 35. Now on page 35, what we need to do, we're going to do this together. We need to complete the sentence by changing the verbs in bracket into present progressive form. Now, do you remember what is present progressive form and how do we form them? Do you remember? Okay, so it's a verb by adding ing, right? Ends with ing, correct? Do you remember? Okay, so let's read it together before we complete the blanks. Many scientists to solve the mysteries of space, but studying space is not only for academic purposes. Countries around the world on space programs for many reasons. They spaceships to different planets and artificial satellites. For information, it's a big race called the space race. Now the words in brackets are study, try, work, send, fight. All right? So many scientists, what? Are or is? Is studying space or are studying space? Because if it's more than one, it becomes are. Are studying space. They what? They are trying to solve the mystery of space. But studying space is not only for academic purpose, countries around the world. So countries around the world, good, are working on space programs for many reasons. They are sending spaceships to different planets and developing artificial satellites. They are fighting for information in a big race called the space race. Okay, let's read it together one more time, but this time it's with a complete present progressive form. Now, many scientists are studying space. They are trying to solve the mystery of space, but studying space is not only for academic purposes. Countries around the world are working on space programs for many reasons. They are sending spaceships to different planets and developing artificial satellites. They are fighting for information in a race called the space race. Okay, so this is the first session, this is the first exercises that you need to be done together in our video. Now, the next exercise, it will be done either in your class work or for your homework. But let me explain to you how it's done. Okay, for exercise 2, you need to read the following paragraph and write one of your own. Here and now. Look at the box on page 35. I'm sitting at the round table in the library. Tim and Jason are sitting next to me. We are talking about our group project. Girls are standing by the bookshelves. They are laughing quietly. I think they're talking about us. So here and now. So what you need to do is, you need to write about what is happening around you right now. So at this moment in time, what is happening to you right now at this moment in time? Okay, so you need to write a paragraph. So a paragraph generally lasts about maybe between 100 and 150 words. Okay, so maybe it could be less than 100 words if you're pretty good at writing descriptions about it. Okay, so here and now, I'm sitting at a round table in the library. Tim and Jason are sitting next to me. We're talking about our group project. Girls are standing by the bookshelves. They are laughing quietly. I think they are talking about us. Okay? So you need to write a paragraph about what is happening around you right now. So for example, what's happening around you right now? It could be, I'm sitting at home with my brother and my sister, and they are sitting with me. Okay? We are both doing our homework. We're all doing our homework. Mom is in the kitchen making dinner for us. Okay? So this is just a quick example, but you are welcome to make it your own one, your work. Okay, it's better if it's your work, because then your teachers can correct your work and see which mistakes you've made. Okay, also it's easier for grading that way, right? Okay, well, again, writing right. It's all about writing. It's all about, grammars. It's all about writing basic sentences, basic grammars, basic building paragraphs and all that. It's not much, but the more you practice writing, the more you get better at it. Okay? All right. That's all from me for you. I'll see you tomorrow in my next video. Goodbye for now.